Okay, here we go. You ready? 5, 4. Russos brand family. We are family.
Is the question.
Live.
Oh, well, good.
You're gonna
Absolutely
get
great.
We are live. I sent you the link. I
Send
sent
it to your people.
So you send it to all your old people so they can tune in.
Did you say my old people?
All your middle ages. Ain't you gonna be 47 in a couple of days? How old are you gonna be? 50, 51?
Okay, see, this is the shit we doing tonight.
All your old people.
Are we telling the old jokes tonight? Tell old jokes tonight. Okay, I got you, motherfuckers. Welcome to the episode of Dudes Talk Shit.
Episode 10.
Episode 10. This episode is brought to you by Groupon. Where you can find everything from computer components, movie tickets, and discounts on abortions.
Wow. What an intro. And for those who don't know, who are you this week? TJ Misunderstood. TJ.
I'm just plain old motherfucker TJ today because this is some last minute shit and I couldn't come up with nothing.
Yeah, join the club. I couldn't come up with nothing either, so we just gonna do what dudes do.
That's normally your sex life. You can't never come up with nothing.
That's low.
He just mad because I called him old. That's all.
That's okay though. You got to get here, motherfucker. And with the way you shaped, you motherfucking prime to get hit by a school bus, you bastard.
Oh, me? I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, you.
I don't know what you're talking
about. Brian, what's going on with you today, man?
I'm fine.
You know what? Last episode we said we was gonna get you a date, and then ever since we got offline, we ain't really thought about that shit because we don't give a fuck about your personal life.
Of course not. So that's why I didn't care either.
But we know this motherfucker. It's pointless to motherfucker try to get you hooked up anyway. Shit, you ain't gonna do nothing but fuck it up. You like Trump?
Oh, me? Okay, Mister. I bumble and stumble to
going back to that.
We going to Mayweather's baby mama. Yeah, okay.
We're going back to that bullshit.
That shit was
that bullshit.
I shoot high, motherfuckers. I shoot high
and miss.
I shoot for the sky and reach for nothing.
He didn't even get a chance to shoot bricks. He just shot all in.
Yeah, because you fool girls was giving it like shit. Brian, you're not in the basement no more?
I'm not in the basement. I'm not in Tyrac or Chirac or wherever I was. So
Tyrac is what you mean.
Tyrac. But I'm good.
Trump, you in the basement?
No, sir. I'm in my office.
How your office got a big ass motherfucking sheet up there?
What sheet? Sheet where? These are my curtains from the dollar store. What the fuck are you talking about?
Excellent. Outstanding. We got a few viewers tonight that wanted to watch the show, so I decided to post the link.
I decided to post the link.
The raggedy ass YouTube page. I decided to post it on my Facebook page, so maybe we can get some views tonight. I doubt it though. I like your ass.
They gotta know about the show first. So
yes.
We don't know what we're talking about tonight, but
I do.
What the fuck I'm talking about tonight?
Well, I don't. So y'all lead it.
I got a variety of shit I want to talk about tonight.
Oh Lord.
Black Power. Go ahead.
My first, I guess this is that
your internet is fucking up.
I know.
I'm good. I'm looking at the shit on my phone. I'm good. Y'all shit raggedy.
No,
we're fine.
No, you're not. You're clearly not fine, Brian.
Brian's never fine with his internet. What's the
right? Your shit is not fine. In fact, you ain't got goddamn shit. The bathroom used as a backdrop is a miracle. But anyway, I want to talk about John McCain.
Yeah,
died a couple of days ago. He kicked the bucket.
Oh wow! Okay.
Wow. America is mourning the Maverick. Mm-hmm. Black people are crying harder than anybody. I don't understand this phenomenon. Black people trying to grieve harder than anybody else. Like when you ask people about John McCain, the main ones that are talking about, rest in peace, John McCain. He was a good guy. When you ask them mostly anything about him, they understand the basics. He was a prisoner of war. He ran for president twice and lost. He told a lady that Barack Obama wasn't a Muslim. He was a good guy. They don't know much outside of that. And I just really have just one directive towards black people is if we at some point in time get the unfortunate news that maybe Jesse Jackson or Al Sharpton or Minister Louis Farrakhan decides, not decide, but unfortunately pass away, I want y'all to have that same motherfucking energy. Yeah. To grieve. Because you know what niggas is gonna do. Niggas is gonna go dig up everything they don't like about that black person to talk about it. Why they don't know a motherfucking thing about John McCain. Here's a few facts about John McCain. John McCain opposed MLK's birthday in Arizona. He staunchly opposed it. John McCain in 1990 voted against the Civil Rights Act. John McCain, who they say opposed Donald Trump, and he was the last sensible Republican in Congress, pretty much voted in favor of Donald Trump policies 80% of the time. So for you motherfuckers to be celebrating, not celebrating his life and mourning his death, do you really know who he was? I need y'all to have that same energy when Jesse Jackson died. I need y'all to have that same energy when Al Sharpton, we found he succumbed to whatever it is that made him skinny. And if something happened to Mr. Farrakhan, I need y'all to have that same energy. I don't need y'all to go digging up old tweets, digging up all kinds of other shit to talk about what they said 20 years ago, 30 years ago, because white people didn't approve them. I need you to have that same fucking energy.
See, the funny thing is, people, especially black people, they look at the news and they see all these reports of him as a war hero. And I think the main thing they saw was, what was it, last year? When he came in there and did like this.
Yeah, the thumb down.
So because he disagreed with Donald Trump on one thing, all of a sudden, black people like, oh, John McCain, he did this to Donald Trump. He disagreed with him.
83% of the time, he voted in favor of Trump policies. 83%. He wasn't that motherfucking opposed to Donald Trump.
Nope.
Hell, Osama bin Laden was a war hero. What is this saying? One person's terrorist is another person's freedom fighter. So while we view Osama bin Laden as a terrorist here in the United States, he's viewed as a hero over in the Muslim world. And just like we view John McCain over here by American standards, that he's a war hero and he's a patriot, how many motherfuckers did he kill over in Vietnam that was innocent people? So,
well, that's based off of orders. I mean, come on, you got to understand the fact of the situation at the time. So, I mean, for him,
situation at the time, if I'm a Vietnamese and I'm working in a rice field and you dropping bombs on me, I don't give a fuck about what time it was. If I'm innocent, you kill me. That's just it. You don't in my eyes, you're never gonna be a fucking hero. Just like in our eyes, Osama bin Laden is never gonna be a hero. But
okay, so you're in agreement with Trump stating he's not a hero because he, is. Are you in agreement with that?
Trump said he wasn't a hero because he don't like his heroes captured. He wasn't saying he wasn't a hero based on the fact that he went over there and committed all those atrocities. No, he said he wasn't a hero because he got caught. So that's not why I'm saying. I'm not even saying he's not a hero. I mean, by American standards, he is a hero.
But all this praise that he's, getting from black people, to me, I just found it funny today.
It's like with the whole suicide thing. We talked about that on my show a little while back. How when Anthony Bourdain committed suicide, black people were all up in arms. we need to talk about mental health. When Robert Williams committed suicide, black people all up in arms, rest in peace. We need to look out mental health. When Bow Wow said he felt like he wanted to kill himself, or when Adrian Broner says he wanted to kill himself, all them niggas just looking for attention. I just wish they go ahead and kill themselves. Mm-hmm. I need y'all to have the same fucking energy for your own that you do for others. That's all I'm saying.
Again, you got to look at the Bow Wow is sadly, he's been going through a lot of shit for the last couple of years. And unfortunately, in this day and age and in social media, people will take that and treat it like it's like, dude, screw you, don't kill yourself, whatever. We don't have time for that. And because again, they're worried about likes and worried about their own selves. So now as for Anthony Bourdain, that's something, the guy, he's well known, world renowned, and of course a lot of people are going to say,
I'm sorry, I didn't know who the fuck.
Seriously.
And I had no fucking idea. I don't keep up with white folks like that. I'm sorry. I don't keep up with their characters and their personality. So when I say I don't know who Anthony Bourdain is, I don't know. He was a white dude that killed himself. He was probably a white dude who had a lot of motherfucking money, who was afforded a lot of white privilege, and he threw that shit down the drain. But suicide is suicide. If a person feels like they need help and they reaching out via social media or just killing themselves quietly at home in their bathroom, suicide is fucking suicide. I'm just wondering why in every instance that we can hold up two perfect mirroring examples of each other, one of a black person, one of a white person, we're extremely sympathetic for the white person, and then we turn around and we come up with every fucking excuse in the world, just like you just did, Brian, for why we can't be as sympathetic to the black person. And then we turn around. You know what?
No. I heard you. You know why? Because of the fact is the two people you mentioned, Anthony Bourdain and Robert Williams, they have a legacy. They do. And for them to, of course, we've seen them, we've heard them, we enjoy their work. When it comes to certain other individuals, mind you, like right now, let's say Bow Wow, it's gotten to the point where it's like, okay, dude, you are just a freaking attention whore right now. And unfortunately, we would like to say, hey, we want to help you, but are you legit? Are you being serious? Because he did that stupid, Bow Wow challenge, and next thing you know, everyone thought it was a joke. So we're kind of right now unsure of where your state is at until you actually say something. Now, those are you
to have that same energy. If we're talking about mental health, when every time a white person kills themselves, and then we don't even go and see our motherfucking cousin who we know nuttier than a motherfucking fruitcake. We really are. What we're saying is we only humanize the suffering of whites.
No, we're not.
It's like yesterday with the video game dude in Madden.
Now, that guy's just a straight up nut job.
No, but I saw a graphic, and they were saying the exact same thing you said earlier.
Right. And he was lonely. He really associated with anybody, all that stuff. But with that type of and in this modern day age, that's a disassociation. That's not mental health. I hate when in this day and age we're trying to claim mental health with disassociation from society. And those are two separate things. We can't keep combining.
When Don Cornelius killed himself, how many tears did you cry?
A little. A few.
You a goddamn lie.
You don't know me. So you don't know how I felt.
You didn't even watch Soul Train on the weekend, motherfucker.
Boy, please.
I had no choice in my house.
David the answer, so shut the fuck up.
Woo. Okay.
Whoa.
No, now let's go to the next. I think Brian put an exclamation on that.
God damn, he said, "Shut the fuck up." I had to grab my knife. Shit. I got to cut, motherfucker.
Good Lord. All right, that's the end of that. Let's go on before we
read it. Shit. We got to hurry up, get him some pussy. This shit's gonna be. He's gonna be the next motherfucker shoot up a goddamn Madden tournament.
So look, what's next, man? We were talking about Anita Baker passed. We didn't talk about that because
you mean Aretha Franklin?
Aretha Franklin.
You killing out the wrong people.
And I just put a Fox News in it. Oh man,
I know.
Okay, Aretha Franklin passed. Did you see her funeral today? Pictures.
I'm not big on funerals. I mean,
me either. I didn't go to my brother's funeral.
I don't like to remember people like that in death.
Me either. Me either. My brother.
Remember them in life.
I didn't even go to his funeral. I don't go to funerals. But from the picture I saw, they had her in the casket posed as if she was just laying back chilling. They had her legs crossed and she was just chilling. And then they rolled the casket out. The casket was gold. I mean, the casket probably cost more than some cars and shit that we had. So yeah, that funeral was real lavish, or whatever you want to call it.
It was like right up there with Michael's when he died, because it was his was like pretty elaborate.
I don't even remember his Michael Jackson's. I don't remember. But all right, so what's next? Y'all got the topics tonight because I ain't got shit.
I want to talk about this Urban Meyer thing, which blows my mind. So the whole thing where it's kind of like in the whole Joe Paterno-esque type of situation where he is aware of a situation dealing with physical abuse, and pretty much it was like a whole big uproar over in Ohio State, and for like about a couple of days, they pretty much were deliberating if they should keep him or suspend him or whatever. So, and then after like 2 days, they finally said, okay, we're going to suspend you for 3 days, 3 games. And it's like, really?
That's a slap on the wrist. Because he can still go to practice. He can still practice.
Right. And that's the thing. Yeah, he can still practice for, up until the first week of game. And it pretty much just like, okay, he can just chill after that. To me, it's like, okay, seriously? And then you have the Maryland coach, DJ Duncan, whatever his name is, Durkin, and he's going through a situation where, unfortunately, a player died on his watch during training camp, and pretty much, again, the athletic directors are trying to figure out, okay, should we keep him? Should we let him go? And they're still debating on that, and the season's about to start next week.
Well, I'm not a real big college football person. The only time I watch it is from the Final Four or the bowl games. So, I mean, I understand the Urban Meyer thing. I had no choice because the shit was all over TV. Right. Yeah, he should be fired or he should be suspended at least for a season.
A year, at least, yeah.
At least a season. So the Maryland coach should be fired. I don't know what the hell the holdup is there. He should be gone.
And this is his second season. That's the sad part.
Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand where, what's going to be the holdup. I mean, either if you're going to keep him, okay, at least suspend him for a year. But I mean, and sadly, it's like these occurrences during summer training camps and all that stuff, and for college players, which I never understand. Where I keep hearing like a lot of players get dehydrated, and there's other players who died. This is like the first time in several years that I've heard a player died during training camp in college. And in this day and age where you have these high-tech facilities and you got these top-notch trainers and supposed to really know what they're doing, and also, how do you not know a guy is dehydrated? How you not take these guys out of the sun, the heat, and especially in Maryland of all places? You got a damn indoor facility. Use the damn thing. I don't understand that.
Crazy, man. It's crazy. So what's going on? What we got next? Who got what next?
The next subject I want to talk about, because I find it fucking hilarious, and I'm sure you all are going to enjoy this, particularly you, Trump. I don't know, because Brian is too fucking sensitive about everything, and he already told me to fuck up.
I apologize.
Especially after I talk about this, but we have 2 new victims, or 2 new victims that have fallen to the Me Too movement.
Oh shit!
First being Paris Denard, surprisingly, the little moist, weasel ass motherfucker that works for CNN, who gets on television and apologizes for everything that Trump does. He was accused and fired in a previous job for sexual harassment. I find it hard to believe that Paris Denard pushed up on anybody. I'm sorry, ladies. It's not that I don't believe women are sexually harassed, but Paris Denard, come on. This is like Brian meeting him.
I gotta
back in motherfucking club and taking her home. It's just the probability.
Say that again, Randy. What?
I
said probability of Brian. This is the same as the probability of Brian meeting the baddest stripper at the strip club and taking her home. It's just some shit that you just don't see ever fucking happening.
Surprise, people.
The second victim is Asia Argento. Now, if you don't know what Asia Argento is is one of the earliest accusers of Harvey Weinstein.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, she was one of the first, along with Rose McGowan, that accused Harvey Weinstein, and they got up there at the awards show and they spoke out against him. Well, she was accused, or it was suspected. It started out, she was suspected of, she was dating Anthony Bourdain. It's funny that we brought him up earlier. That she was, she ended up having a sexual relationship with one of the co-stars in one of her movies who played her son. And the boy was 17 at the time. And Anthony Bourdain was supposedly had paid like $300,000, $350,000, some odd number to this kid to get him to shut up. So she came out and said that it's a lie. It didn't happen. There isn't any truth to this. And then the next thing you know, somebody armorosted her ass. They dropped the picture of the young boy in bed. So she denied it, and they dropped the picture on her ass of her in bed. So now the whole Me Too movement is trying to like telling her you need to own up to it. Nah, fuck that. Same energy that you have when you're talking about these men sexually assaulting women. She fucked a 17-year-old, was sending him pictures of her private parts, and had allowed him to take a picture of them in bed together. It wasn't like she was asleep. They were wide awake, butt naked in the bed, looking into the camera. And I have said this time and time again, I do not want to dismiss the fact that women are not, the pay that women get is not equal to men. I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that some women have issues with sexual harassment in the workplace. I ain't denying that either. But what y'all not gonna do is pretend that this Me Too movement ain't been turned into a hustle for some funky bitches to get some money out of some fucking actor. Oh, he walked past me and brushed up against me. Bitch, if you don't sit your ass down.
I'm gonna tell you, I already know if something happened, I win $1 million tomorrow. I already know all type of lawsuits gonna come back in my face. I already know all the type of Me Too shit I'm gonna get.
Yeah, because
they gonna want some of that money. They gonna want some of that money. Be like, oh, I remember Trump. He years ago he did this and he said this to me years ago. I'm not hearing it now because I ain't got no fucking $1 million. But when I have it, I'm gonna hear all that shit. Okay, you know what? The movement is a bunch of bullshit.
Well, also the fact is like they're going after again the top tier people. Now it's one thing with like Harvey Weinstein where everyone has a lot of receipts about him, but you know, once the ones that are sort of like, again, the accusers, like the one you're mentioning now, and especially when it's a woman. I mean, I would really like on like every freaking week there is at least a female school teacher, hitting on and having sexual relationships with a kid, or one of her students. It's like, okay, can you please stop this? So, I mean, right there is a Me Too movie right there, but no one talks about, no one has the same energy like they do for the Hollywood and the politicians and stuff. So, I mean, it has to be a two-way street, and especially when there are aggressive women, you know, these alpha women here out there that are going after, you know, these guys that, hey, I'm just here for the work, and that's it. I mean, not every guy wants to do you.
Well, I have a question. And this is to the female viewers, the 1 or 2 women that's watching this show.
I hear echo. Who is echo?
That's your shit.
That ain't my shit.
I was having a discussion the other day, and the subject of toxic masculinity came up. We've talked about this a number of times. And I finally came to the realization with evidence that toxic masculinity isn't what women are opposed to. It's masculinity itself.
Bingo.
Here's the evidence. Brian, you're not going to agree because I know you got to.
Oh, gosh. Say your statement and we'll go from there.
I got to preface what I'm about to say.
And say your statement.
What I got to say. But have you ever heard of these same women accusing a gay man of displaying toxic masculinity?
No. Never. No.
Why is that?
Well, one, they're gay, so pretty much it's more femininity than anything.
There are masculine men out there.
True.
There's masculine gay men out there.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you saying?
I think it is simply an attack on masculinity. Period.
It is.
Because if you can't give me one example of these same women having an issue with gay men and the masculinity that they display, you mean to tell me that your picture perfect idea of what masculinity should be is only displayed by gay men? What's the difference here?
Why do you think they like all them tight shorts and all them bright eyes?
What's the difference here? The issue is not toxic masculinity. The issue is masculinity itself. And it comes down to women being insecure because they feel like masculinity affords us an advantage that she should have. Not that we shouldn't have, but the advantage that she should have. So they attack masculinity. I mean, think about it. If you ask them what toxic masculinity is, there's no set definition of what toxic masculinity is.
No.
It's what a funky bitch feels like at that particular moment that's bothering her. Motherfucker him, he's misogynistic. Or he's being too tough, he won't cry. Or he's not in touch, he's not being sensitive about his feelings.
Oh, he's not aggressive.
This little boy that he shouldn't be upset that he fell and scraped his knee. And then there was a graphic that showed that a majority of boys, particularly black boys in this country, a majority of the boys in this country, they say 70% of the homes have no man in them. Correct?
That's correct.
Then they say they're raised by single women. They go to school where maybe 55, 60, 70% of the teachers are women. It's not that toxic masculinity is an issue. The issue is lack of masculinity. Because if 80% of the boys within the black community are being raised without no father in the home, what you can't do, because we got to go back to having that same energy. You can't say when this child is fucking up all the time, it's because his daddy ain't home.
Oh, yeah.
That's the number one. He goes out and he has some bit of academic success, success in his personal life, become a fully functioning citizen. Then you as the mother want to take all the credit and say, I did it without the man.
I'm the mother and the father.
You can't have it both ways. So the idea of toxic masculinity to me is just a funky bitch who just has a problem with men. There's nothing toxic about masculinity, no more than there's anything toxic about femininity. Right. We don't talk about that aspect of women that are just fucked up. We just use all of these negatives to beat on men, and then you have these beta male fuckboy neutered, homogenized, pasteurized males who, in order to find favor from women, just go along with that shit. Right.
Nah,
I'll throw this in there as well. A former colleague of the network, I'll keep his name out. And he mentioned on the show a long time ago where he had to fight the bitch out of him, as he interpreted it. because of the fact that he was raised. Remember, you were interrupting.
Oh, yeah, I know you're talking about. Apparently, but go ahead.
Yeah, so pretty much to the fact that he's been surrounded by women for so long, you know, being raised by his mom by himself and things of that nature. Pretty much, it's like they're consumed by it. It's like, and somehow for a guy who's being raised by a mom, and in a case if the mom has two other daughters, I mean, you're surrounded by women. You're surrounded by pheromones everywhere, you know, and pretty much you're being morphed into a weird she in a sense. And unfortunately, when you're trying to go out in the real world and stuff like that, you're going to come up with, when you're trying to meet up with a woman, this guy is going to pretty much just like, okay, how he's going to be masculine when he never learned it. So the guys in this era, so to speak, the single parent era, are in so much trouble, you know, when it comes to just being a quote unquote man. It's problematic, and the only way to solve it is if guys really, you know, who have you know, having sex with these women and end up having kids with them. Really, this is sort of like, you got to really stick around, and at the same time, the women have to realize like not all these guys are bad. You know, you just guys didn't work out, so they have to be around so these guys can, you know, your sons can be growing up to be real men in a sense, if that's what you're quote unquote looking for.
Yep. I had a woman ask. It was an interesting question. She asked, "How is it that a man can look at his children that he created and walk away?" And it was a fair question. But a part of that question, like, is something that I personally could never see myself doing, because I'm going to find a way to be around my children. Mm-hmm. But there are certain circumstances where, in order for because of a motherfucker's mentality, his upbringing, his level of education, mm-hmm. his problem solving skills, his conflict resolution skills, mm-hmm. that the only way he can stay the fuck out of jail is to walk away. Because in dealing with that child, he might have to deal with her bullshit. And we never examine that. How women can be, or mother of a child can be, such a fucking hellraiser. Because I dealt with it. You know, there's a video going around now with this young lady telling this brother that if she got a child by him and she got 4 other kids, if he bring his child some shoes, he got to buy some shoes for the other 3 kids. And I'm like, bitch, where? But you got some women out here who think like that. I had to deal with that with my oldest.
Right.
How you gonna come in here with something for her and you ain't coming in here with something for him? He's not mine. If I do something, it's a courtesy. Mm-hmm. But you can't make it incumbent upon me that I have to take care of him. Where's his daddy at? Right. And a lot of times, these women can become so unbearable to be around. Like, I'm equipped intellectually and emotionally on how to deal with some shit like that. I don't want to have to deal with some shit like that, but I don't. But you got some motherfuckers who's quick to pull a ratchet, that'll grab a motherfucker and throw him through a window because that's how they solve their problems. Mm-hmm. And they know what the end road is in case they do that. So they just choose that she gonna constantly use this child against me. She's never gonna be happy. She gonna constantly use this child against me. So in order for me to stay out of jail, I need to stay away from this bitch.
Yeah. and gonna fill the child's head up with a whole bunch of lies, try to turn the child against you, and all that. I've seen that before. You know, I've seen that too. You know, oh, your father ain't this, your father ain't that. You know, little child, you hear enough, they're gonna believe it. You know, so it's that shit is just not cool, man.
Did y'all see the video a couple of weeks ago of the black woman coming out of the beauty salon? I talked about this last week. I mean, the last episode, because we weren't on.
What, the nail shop?
Not the nail shop, but when she came out of the beauty salon and she was confronted by the Asian dude and she turned to walk away and he stole on her in the mouth and bust her mouth. You know when I said I'm tired of seeing this shit happening and we need to start fucking them up. So fast forward to yesterday. Yesterday or the day before yesterday. How about the motherfucking owner of the shop had a 50% off sale on bundles of hair?
Oh Lord, please don't say it.
They was lined up.
Oh no. Hold up. I need to find out how to add pictures on here. It's gotta be.
I'm so mad at that because I'm like, here it is. I just ripped the shit out of y'all two last week because y'all gonna watch football.
Yep.
And I was sitting there looking at this video like, what is it all for? What's the point? What's the point in taking a stance on some shit like this? And then all the motherfucker had to do is put some bundles on 50% off. And you forget that he balled up his fist and hit this woman in the mouth. No. And you got people out there, y'all gotta see the video. I'm gonna see you the link, Trump.
Yeah, you're gonna have to send me that shit.
It's people at the end of the park, it's like a strip mall. And they're at the end of the strip mall, they're not directly in front of the store because of course he's gonna call the police and the police gonna call the ruckus. So it's a crowd that's boycotting, that's out there protesting, right? And they down there talking to the sisters, telling them, and this one black girl, she went the fuck off on them. Like, where the fuck was y'all at when it happened? And blah, blah, you know, because in her mind, her self-accusing spirit is telling her she ain't got no motherfucking business out there in that line buying that shit. So she's coming, you know how some women just gonna make whatever argument they can to justify their bullshit.
So they had a 50% sale on weave.
Yes.
And this was the same store that you said the manager bust that black girl in her mouth.
Bust her in the mouth.
They lined, and you know what? Because they gonna keep doing it.
They are outside, lined up. The line is in the store, coming all the way out in the strip mall. Hey, wait a minute. Let me tell you what happened of all fucking places. Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Jesus.
The historical significance of Tulsa, Oklahoma, the Greenwood community, your black asses in, and that's not even the worst part. What? Here comes the worst part. Brace yourself. A couple of stores down from that beauty supply is another beauty supply, and it is black owned.
And nobody was there.
Nobody's there. How we gonna win?
No, let me ask you. Do y'all think this will happen here in DC? You think is it a black people thing? Is it an area thing? Or you think they did that?
It's a black people thing.
Yeah, it is.
Here's the proof of it. There's another video circulating of a young white girl going off and destroying a motherfucking nail salon because she didn't like the way her nails was done. And she refused to pay. Now they locking her in the store and they won't let her loose. Did nobody grab her in no full Nelson? Did nobody whack her with no goddamn broom? Did nobody throw no acetone in her face? Completely different. A different level of respect. And maybe it could be very well that these Asians in this particular store have a little more motherfucking civility than the ones over in New York that beat shit out the grandmama and her granddaughter. But the fact of the matter is, I don't ever see that happening to that white girl because they know there's going to be a reckoning if they do that to Susan. But if they do that to Bonquisha,
all they gotta do is go have a half off sale next week.
All they got they just gotta do a half off sale and everything is fine.
Everything's good.
We gotta stop. Never accept. That's one of the 40 laws of power. Never accept a free lunch because with a free lunch comes conditions. The minute you accept something that you don't have to work for, you're bound to them. So they know that if they knock the fuck out of you and knock your teeth out, all they got to do is do a 50% off sale and all is forgiven. And now you're not only in the store, but you mad at anybody that's telling you why you shouldn't be there.
And that's why I don't accept favors from people, or I'm a little funny about when somebody accepts, offers to do something. And they may well be, genuine in what they're offering. But too many times I've had people offer and I've accepted, and later on they throw that shit back in your face. So in reference to the 48 laws of power, because when somebody gives you something or offers you something, in the back of their mind, they can say all they want to, but in the back of their mind, they want something back. You know what I'm saying? In the back of their mind, later on down the road, especially a fucked up motherfucker, is going to throw it back in your face about what they did.
Well, okay. Is this now? Here's the thing: is it a business transaction that you're being offered, or is it just a friendly gesture? I mean, it really has to, or is it just because there's something like that? I mean, I can understand where if it's just like something where you're saying, "Hey, that I scratch my back, you scratch yours," and the guy you're dealing with is kind of shady. And it's like, look, man, your fingers are kind of crusty. I don't want to trust you with you scratching my back. I can understand that. But if somewhere is, I think you have to really, at some point in time, you have to be a little bit, I wouldn't say understanding, but just sort of like, and I also don't want to say be naive. I just feel like, just hear the person out, see if it works for you. If it don't, then I would say I want to deal with you.
I know how I am. When I offer something to somebody, it's coming from the heart. I'm not using it as leverage, or I'm not using it as I'm sorry, which is kind of what the Asian dude did. Right. Not really, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? But just like, here, 50% off, we fucked up. And instead of us going like, keep your shit, we're gonna take this line into our beauty salon, which is right next door and down the street, you say, right?
This is the same strip mall.
Same strip mall. And then next week when he busts somebody else in the face, what's gonna happen there? He's gonna have an 80% off sale.
Well, again, that's where now I think, let's say, the black owner business really has to, mind you, this is business now. Their feelings like, again, one, we know about publicity. Publicity hurts your business. So he's getting bad publicity. So he figures like, okay, make a minus into a plus. So what he does, 50% off. Yeah, people will be lining out and all that stuff. Now, as for the black owner business, how do you counter that? Instead of crying and whining that there's lines going out the door of the abusive hair beauty shop or owner, do something to where you put yourself in the positive and try to get people to come to your business. Do something. Don't just sit there and just take it.
I categorically I categorically disagree with that. Why? Because the black owner ain't done shit. Why is it that the black?
I understand the black owner didn't do the same thing.
As a black business owner, we are always expected to do more, even when it's not a fucking requirement. The black-owned business ain't punched nobody in the face. The Asian dude is trying to make up with the black community who don't want to fuck with him no more. So he's buying their forgiveness. Why should the black owner do anything besides provide a service and provide a product like they've been doing? If we had any motherfucking sense, we wouldn't be in that store, because at the end of the day, that Asian still don't respect your black ass. Whether you
understandable
or have price, he don't respect you. So why are you even in there? Why are you in there in a store run by a man who will punch you in the face? He will punch you in the face if he disagrees with you. Not even in his store. I could swallow it a little better. Not saying I could swallow it at all, but I could digest it a little better if this incident occurred in the store where he was trying to stop him from stealing or some shit.
Right.
But this woman is outside the store. She's outside of your place of business. And the story was the child took some out the store. She discovered it, took him back in the store to make him give it back. And then the Asian kirked out. She's leaving the store. Now he's outside arguing with her. That man ain't got I can't do business with you if I know at your core you don't respect me as a person and as a human being. But he got them bundles. He got them half-price bundles.
Should be all over social media. I don't know why it's not. It should be all over social media, like these memes everybody posting every day. It was the first time I heard of it when you told me about it earlier. But you don't hear any uproar over this. We don't hear any uproar over this. None. Zero.
Because again, it's a minor to some people. It's a minor thing. And if you have like a trail of these, which again, this was like the third one at that, at the time it was like the third one where, store owner, Asian store owner gets upset with the black woman. Okay. Then he figures like, okay, it becomes in a sad sense laughable because it's like, you look at it, it's like, oh, another one? Really? It's like, okay. So what were we, I don't know how to fix this, for, let's say again, for us to, to go to a black owned store again, the black business owner, I understand they shouldn't have to work harder and try to get us to go to their business. In a weird way, you have to, and especially when there's an opportunity to where they see an opening, a vulnerability on their going.
He punched the black woman in the face.
I understand that. Here's
for me.
If I was young, I'd have took a phone out there and
punched her in the face. That's enough. That's enough to notice. Every black woman standing in that line could be that woman if they disagree with him. Every black woman standing in that line could be the one that get punched in the mouth. And you know what? They'll be looking for the men in the community to come up there and direct shop. But as long as it's beneficial to them, they're going to go in and they're going to get them half-price bundles off. Why don't you take your funky ass a few doors down to that black-owned business and go put up with them? But see, we had this thing. Black-owned businesses, they always got attitude. They always charge too much. They don't smile enough. X, Y, and Z. Oh, but a motherfucker can punch you in the face and then turn around and give you half price off.
And you right in line again.
And you right in line. How is it that we making it incumbent on the black-owned business to do anything? All they need to do is exist. You go in there and you can exist with them.
They
don't need to do shit else. Get your funky ass out of line, try to get them half off bundles, and take your ass a couple of doors back.
Okay, if there is an opening, let's put it this way: if there is an opening to where you see your competition is in a painful situation, you existing and not doing anything doesn't really fully help you.
I don't even know how to
for them. They could have
see pixels.
What?
I don't hardly even see you no more. I see pixels.
Yeah, you talking about my connection.
I see why. But the whole
I'm going to take a picture so you can see what you look like. But go ahead.
Yeah. Take a picture.
But anyway, yeah, it's my internet now. It's a virus going on. But anyway, the point is, it's like you have to have an opportunity. When you have oh, now you're black. Yeah, there's opportunity where you got to take advantage of. If you see the
now he just froze. Here we go with this shit again.
I told you, man, you got to stay off the porn while we live, man. Wait till we go off. And then log on Pornhub and all that shit.
Pornhub, you can't be doing so. You know you got only one stream you can do at a time.
Say something, Brian.
Hello, I'm back.
Oh, he closed the Pornhub window. So
yeah, it was a lot of viruses going on.
I'm tired of us being told that either we ain't doing enough, we doing it wrong. We doing this, we doing that. As a black business owner myself of 20 years, it becomes a little irksome. And this is nothing personal towards you, Brian, but it becomes a little irksome for us to always have a reason why. And I'm speaking from an owner's perspective. Mm-hmm. It makes me, it incenses me where I'm expected to dance a fucking jig to get your business. No, that Asian dude does not have to do 50% off. They were going to come back to him anyway.
Right.
It's just that the 50% off made them completely forget the infraction. And all I can think of is that could have been my sister, that could have been my daughter, that could have been a cousin, an aunt. And if you don't think like that, I was leaving a gym in Southeast DC and I was thirsty. And I was over here by the boxing gym run by Mark Too Sharp Johnson, Farabee Hope. And I stopped at this corner store. And when I walked in, like the entire store is encased in bulletproof glass. Meaning I can't get to none of the stuff. I gotta, like, as soon as you walk in, it's like all the way to the back. All of this on the outside is what the stuff is, but it's bulletproof glass. It is nothing but Asians in there. And it's a lot of black people in there. The only thing I can do is say, nah, you won't get my motherfucking money. And I turned and walked out. How is it that you could do business with someone who automatically thinks, automatically assume, and automatically treat you like a potential thief when you walk into his establishment? Why do you want to spend your money with that person? Why
have
do you
they
want
been
to
robbed before? Have they been robbed before?
Yes.
It don't matter. To me, it don't matter. The respect.
How does it matter to you then?
Why is it that the black Muslims, let me give you an example, they can set up that shop with no bulletproof glass at all. Nobody goes in to try to rob them. Nobody goes in there trying to stick nobody up. Nobody's going in there and trying to disrespect them. It's because of the respect that they have for the community that they serve.
And that's the community's fault for patronizing them.
Huh?
That's the community's fault for patronizing.
This is what I'm saying. How is it that as soon as you walk in, it don't take these people to get robbed before they set this up? They set that up from the get-go.
Man, look, let me say something.
In a white community, they will have a counter.
Let me say something.
So do business with them. There's no bulletproof glass. But then you come into a black community, the banks got bulletproof glass. It's bulletproof glass in the 7-Eleven.
Let me say something. Because until we start doing what we preaching, this shit ain't gonna change. We're gonna be sitting up here next year talking about the same shit, and the year after, and the year after. I mean, somehow, some way, we got to start coming up with solutions. We all know what the problem.
But the solution
the problems are.
Start spending money.
We need to start patronizing these places, because me and you. We can stop, me, you, and Brian. We can stop patronizing them. We will stop, but that don't mean shit if the rest of everybody else going to do it.
Right.
So us three, okay, cool. But then you got 300 more that are. So the whole thing is, how do we get the other people to start patronizing this shit?
Well,
here's accepting this shit.
Here's a starter, and I hate to just throw you under the bus, but for somebody to be saying that. Trump to be wearing a football jersey. NFL game.
Oh, I got 2 more jerseys. Well, I'll wear the next one next week.
It sounds a little disingenuous.
It's not disingenuous. It's not disingenuous at all.
Coming from you. See, you want to pick and choose which motherfucking battles that we're going to fight. That NFL battle, you want no part.
I want to come up with solutions.
There you go.
A solution would be to not watch the game, which advertisers will pay attention to the fact that viewership is down and consider that African Americans have $1.3 trillion in spending power. If we say to these sponsors that sponsor the NFL and that advertise for the NFL, we're not watching. Not only are we not watching, we're not going to buy your products. That will put some kind of economic pressure on the NFL to make the NFL do right. So, but because we're not going to do that, because we're going to wear their jerseys of them bum ass teams.
How do you know they're bum games? Hold on, you talking about their bum ass teams? Bum ass teams. What the heck to do with what we talking about?
It has everything to do with, you said if we have solutions. That's a solution, but that's not a solution you're willing to engage in. You gonna watch the game. So if I say that that's the solution, and the next man say that that's the solution, and then you say, "Nah, I want to watch the NFL."
Okay. Number one, I'm talking about the shit that happened at these stores with this bulletproof glass and all this shit right there. So we all have different opinions on what I think is right and what I think is wrong. I know I'm not patronizing a store like that. I never have. No. So for me, as terms of the NFL, I disagree with you on a lot of issues. I'm not in TJ's world, and TJ's not in my world. So with the NFL, there's different things I agree with and different things I don't. That's just my opinion, and that's just how it is. Now, with the thing with the store, I agree. The thing with the in Tulsa with the women going back in there getting busted in the face, I agree with you on that. But there are points in the NFL, we don't have time to sit and debate, that I don't agree with you, which is why I'm wearing this jersey. Because I will be watching the NFL this year. Mm-hmm. And that's my opinion. I mean, that's what it is. So I agree and then I disagree. I'm not going to agree with you on everything that come out your mouth. No.
Last thing I want to talk about.
Huh?
Last thing I want to talk about.
See how it changed.
This is just completely not serious.
Also, I got to tell you. Go ahead.
Not serious. But I was having a discussion with somebody today because they brought it to my attention that Gucci Mane's baby mama.
Oh, Jesus.
Wants an increase in her child support up to $20,000 a month, citing the fact that because her son is preteen, she needs to be able to hire a caretaker for her preteen son, who's not a special needs son, because she has to stay at home and she can't work. And you have all kind of women.
You mean he's preteen? So she didn't have a caretaker before when he was younger?
She's a preteen. I think the boy's like 12 years old.
So now she needs a caretaker.
And now she needs a caretaker for a 12-year-old that's not special needs.
But she didn't need a caretaker when the kid was younger.
Here's when you probably need Gucci Mane that came out of jail when he was fat and he was nasty. She wasn't paying no attention to him. Came out of jail. He had a few millions put away. He been touring. He lost weight. He got a woman that was a whole lot finer than her ass. He got married, and he's happy. Mm-hmm. What is it about women, particularly a baby mama, that don't want to see a man happy
unless you
with somebody else?
There's no justification. It's jealousy. Pure jealousy.
I can't understand the need for 20,000. I don't care how much he makes, because some woman was trying to argue me today, and I had to tear into her ass. She was like, "Well, the son need to have what he have." I said, "So if he's driving around in a Bugatti, the son needs to ride in a Bugatti?" I'm not understanding that. He gonna get the same place in a Nissan Sentra as he will in the Bugatti. My 11-year-old son don't need everything that I need. He needs food, clothes, and shelter.
Exactly.
If I can afford him the best education, if I can afford to have him stay in a better neighborhood, if I can afford to, get him tutors and shit like that, then great. But to just say that, you want $20,000 because you want to sit on your ass and take care of a 12-year-old.
A 12-year-old.
A 12-year-old who can wash his own ass, wash his own clothes, feed himself.
Ridiculous.
This ain't even about that child. This is about your funky ass, your lousy ass that just want to dig deep into this man's pocket because he came up, he upgraded, and you still miserable.
Here's the
thing. And this chick gonna say, I can see with my son, I end up getting my son a Maserati for prom because if I got it, he could get it. He couldn't drive it, but I end up hiring him a driver.
But it ain't your money.
No.
Just because it's your child doesn't mean my money is your money.
She posted a picture of the boy in front of the Maserati. Ask me where the motherfucking car was parked.
Wait.
In the motherfucking project.
Oh. You wonder why you see motherfuckers with nice ass cars, but they never take a picture in front of the
your son wanted a Maserati so he could go to the fucking project, public housing, and show off.
Wow.
And I'm supposed to be impressed by that?
Wow.
People got their priorities fucked up.
That's of course. That's pathetic. And the thing, I don't know, it's something in women, baby mamas or whatever, that think that you the best they ever had. And any other chick after them is a downgrade.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason. It's a reason we left your ass. There's a reason that we're not together. And of course, I posted something today where everybody likes to talk about how the other person in the relationship did them wrong, did them dirty, but nobody likes to post about their fuck ups. When you tell you the story about them in relationships, it's always the other motherfucker. But if you've been in relationships time and time again, and it doesn't work time and time again, there's one constant in this motherfucker. It's you.
What's the common denominator in all your fucked up relationships?
All your fucked up relationships. Tom, Dick, and Harry left you. All these niggas left you, and you so bomb, you so good. Why they ain't there? That's what it says. Two things. Your pussy must not be as good as you think it is. And number two, maybe you got some issues and you're gonna continue to have these issues until you grow the fuck up and realize that you gotta fix your shit.
Well, here's the other issue I have is these guys. I don't understand them going in raw, knowing full well these women are kind of a little off. You know, especially if they have like multiple kids. It's like, dude, do you really want to go through this mess? Because really, it to me it's like I don't want that headache. You know, if I'm dealing with a girl like that, I just like, look, I'm wrapping it up. I don't care if you don't like the plastic or anything. I do not want the extra headache.
Fuck no. I'm not. Well, no.
I'm sorry, but pussy sometimes can be a little bit too influential in a man's decision.
Oh, very much.
Hey,
there's a lot of men in the grave today because of pussy.
I think it's more not men; they're more like boys, because these are boys who are dealing with women who kind of manipulated certain things.
I'm like this.
Well, we live in a society. I say this all the time. We live in a society that doesn't socialize women in the same way it does men, or it doesn't socialize girls in the same way it does boys to accept responsibility for their actions. You can always look at any situation, and like Trump says, you'll always see her. She never takes ownership or inventory of her bullshit in a fucked up situation. That's like when they say when women cheat. Women only cheat because it's something that men
haven't got caught.
home. Well, he not taking out the garbage. So how did you go and suck another man's dick, improve his house, him contributing to taking care of the house? Right. How did you go and fucking another man? Is it gonna make him hold you night? Is he gonna spoon now that you fucking another dude? That's some bullshit. You cheated because you wanted to. Women in this society don't take it upon themselves and say, you know what, let me see what's wrong with me. What did I contribute to this situation so I won't repeat it?
Right.
And a lot of times, women find themselves either fucking with the same type of dudes over and over again. They end up having the same type of results of the relationship.
Yep.
And they always tend to blame the man when they won't even take into account what type of men that they allow themselves to be gravitating towards. So
I'm telling you, when it comes to a point with us and we around you, like I know a lot of fine ass girls, and I'm saying to myself, you got all these dudes, ain't nobody wife you up by now? I mean, all types of alarms going in my head. You mean all these niggas came through here? All these niggas came through, and none of them wife you up, and it's all their fault? How stupid do you think we are? Motherfucker, you got some issues. Your pussy wasn't even good enough to keep them around because they rolled. So that crushes your little ego there. You couldn't even keep them with the pussy, let alone your fucked up ass personality. So, I mean, it's a whole bunch of bullshit, man. We can go on.
A lot of times, women will cultivate their appearance without addressing their character or their personality.
Right.
You had the finest motherfucker in the world. Trust me, I know. You can have motherfucker that be modeled and attractive in the face, and people want to use them to promote their shit and whatever. And you have a conversation with them, and 15 minutes in, you know that this motherfucker is a pure headache. I have a friend who calls periodically when she wants a male perspective. And I give it to her the way I would give it to anybody. Well, not anybody, because that's pause. Let's just pause on that. But
nigga, that's 2 slip-ups, man. You got one more strike. I know. Swallow, and they'll give it to anybody. Go ahead.
I'm running out of my pause. So I'm saying conversation with her, and then 15 minutes in, later on in the conversation, I always ask about her relationship status, and she always single. And I'm thinking in my mind, based on the conversation I just had with you, the way you just acted, no wonder. It don't matter how fine you are, and she's very attractive. Mm-hmm. But if all you did was cultivate your appearance,
that's it.
And then when I'm talking to you, it's like I'm talking to, like I'm hanging with the niggas and talking to the dudes on the block, and you motherfucker this, and you aren't even conversing with me like a lady. You cussing, you using all kind of graphic shit. Now I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't use profanity, because you both know that I do. But and I get colorful in the motherfucker with it. But I'm just looking at her like, how is it that you, if I'm basing it, if I was deaf, if I couldn't hear, I would be perplexed as to why you're single. But because I can hear and I'm able to discern what the fuck you saying, every motherfucker gets some pussy from you, he gonna be done. He gonna run. I'm like, I got it. I'm gonna get the pussy. I don't want to stick around for no more. He
gonna get the pussy and roll. And
crash my car up. She gonna bust my windshield. She gonna wake me up in the middle of the night with my phone in her hand. This is the type of motherfucker that she is.
He gonna get the pussy and roll, and then you gonna say niggas ain't shit because all they want to do is fuck, and you don't realize some niggas probably did want to take it a little further, but your fucked up ass, ugly ass personality ran that nigga away. Not even your pussy was good enough to keep him. So get the fuck out of here with that, man. All that shit. All these if it's one constant and niggas running in and out of your life and in and out, it's you. Deal with that shit. Stop jumping in relationships. Take care of your shit. Get your shit straight, and then maybe some of that you'll attract a man who will stay around you long enough to deal with your fucked up personality that you have now fixed. Mm-hmm. Just my opinion, because the way they're gonna throw it back is, well, y'all single too. I don't see y'all messing with nobody. I don't see nobody messing with you. Blah blah blah.
Because I'm still figuring myself out.
I say all the time, men are like Twinkies, women are like Wonder Bread. We have a longer shelf life, ladies.
Exactly.
It is fucked up, as much of a double standard as it is, but it's a double standard that works into our advantage. All we got to do, it don't matter how bad we look, it don't matter how bad of a shape that we're in, all we have to do is add a little money to it.
That's it.
And we get whatever the fuck we want.
Yep.
You can have that fine motherfucker, but there is an expiration date on fine.
Exactly.
I don't care. Look, even with motherfucking Angela Bassett, as fine as she is, I want the 30-year-old version of Angela Bassett as opposed to the 60-year-old Angela Bassett. There is an expiration date. Hell yeah. Why would I want the old version when I can get the young one who shave her pussy?
Have you seen Angela Bassett in No, that's not her. She's not in that movie. I'm sorry.
Angela Bassett ain't getting waxed no more, bro. She is not getting lazy. She's about to be 60 years old this month. She is not getting. She's not taking her pussy like she was when she was in her younger days. You believe that shit?
Mm-hmm. Well, but I wouldn't mind tapping that. She got me right now. She still looks good.
I would tap Angela. I'm just saying, if I had a choice between young Angela from Waiting to Exhale, How Stella Got a Groove Back, as opposed to Angela Bassett from Black Panther, which one you picking?
Why not all three?
You a freaky bastard.
That's 3SL there. See,
there you go. Well, look, man, Brian, we're gonna have to do this date thing.
Yeah, why I'm narrowed here?
Because Brian,
you're the one that got no kids yet.
Right, you ain't got no kids, you ain't got no strong internet connection, you all fucked up. So look, I was thinking today, man, we gotta say RIP to Backpage.
I thought that was been RIP. When did that
RIP to Backpage? Backpage, while it was a source of all kind of debauchery, prostitution, male and female. It was a great way for women to get their kids' clothes out of layaway for school. It was a good way for some quick money to come up on the light bill. All they had to do was what, $3 to put up an advertisement, just sell them a little bit.
That's it.
Everything was caught up, and now there is no place for these women to go.
Instagram. Watch out.
Instagram.
Actually, yeah. Instagram is for days.
Can't be as overt about it on Instagram. Like, I'm on Instagram, I got people follow me, I follow people, but I'm not necessarily looking for somebody that's selling the coot nanny, right? So with
necessarily
government shut down Backpage, I think they have created a vacuum in the lives of women who live in the projects that can't get that $2 a month towards their rent. So
for the women who got about 3-4 roommates and don't have half of the rent that month.
Right. So, Backpage it was a great source for women to use their capitalistic adventures to come up with money. And we got to say RIP to it. It was a good place for people like Brian. Not saying you used it, Brian. I'm not saying, Brian.
You're the only one who's talking about it. So why are you saying?
I'm not saying that late night, Brian, on a Friday when ain't nobody answering the phone. And
I'm watching Night Rider.
Went to the casino and got lucky at the tables. I'm not saying you was gonna log on the Backpage, go looking for a little strange for a piece of change. I'm not saying you was doing it, but people like you,
like me,
single. And without no kids and with a low sperm count. Yes.
Damn.
All right, doctor.
Hey, look, have you ever used Backpage? Trump, don't lie. Don't you?
I've been on Backpage. I went on there twice, but wasn't for pussy. It was because I didn't even know about it till somebody told me. So out of curiosity, I went on there and I saw all these ads for these chicks, selling ass, and it wasn't professional chick, but just your regular everyday chick around the way selling ass. So then I heard something on the news last year because I thought they shut it down last year.
They shut down Craigslist. Well, Craigslist
shut down the ads from Craigslist.
Craigslist shut down their personal section.
Personals, right?
Because all the hoes that used to be on Craigslist, all they did was just migrate from the escort section to the personal section. From what I heard. You're
very well versed.
Backpage was a little place where they could go because you had your grades. You had your grades of escorts. You have Craigslist,
grades,
have Backpage, and then you have Eros. Eros is where they got to go pay the big dollars to advertise there. So now all the young brides, because see, Eros, from what I've heard, I don't know this.
What he's heard.
Eros charges them like $300-$400 a week to advertise.
Damn.
As opposed to Backpage was charging them like $2 and $3. So Backpage is literally,
These are high price hoes on Eros.
Yeah, they
got to get their fucking 3-4 times. One fuck is going to be to pay for Eros. The other fuck is to pay for beer.
Right. The first one off the break is to reimburse themselves to come up with that money for the advertisement. So all these girls out here who can't get these bill paid and now you ain't got no way to get your kids school clothes out of layaway. You're gonna have to hit the gym.
Some people rather pay for pussy because they just don't feel like the bullshit.
Let me ask you this before you say something. Do you feel prostitution should be legalized?
Prostitution?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it should be. Yeah, why not?
Because I don't know why we're going through all this black pages and all that stuff and treating it like it's crap. And when pretty much people want to do it anyway.
Right, you ain't gonna stop people from doing what they want to do, especially having sex.
No,
some people just ain't got no game. You know what pisses me off about people?
There's chicks on Instagram selling the pussy like crazy.
Look, you know what pisses me off on Instagram is the bitches that be working out. These workout videos,
right?
Tight waist, nice firm breasts, big ass. Mm-hmm. These motherfuckers are never sweating when they working out. Have you noticed that? know what? I had videos. They had videos where they working out there, never sweating. I'm just like, come on, bro. Stop.
I do know that.
Huh? How do I feel about that?
I've noticed that shit. I'm gonna pay more attention to it.
Pay more attention to it. I'm telling you, they're never sweating. They'll be squatting and they'll be moving, and ain't a drop of sweat on them. Hands perfect, makeup, lip gloss. You're not in the motherfucking gym. Well, you probably don't use your key card to get in, shot that video, and left right out the fucking gym to go.
That's what they did. That's what they do.
And then the next thing you know, they up in like, I got flat tummy tea. This made me look like this. You don't cut that shit out.
This nigga pulls out a box. Wow.
I'm sorry.
Wow. This. Hey, look, man. We going for days about this now. All right, the next show. Let's not talk about race. Next show.
I thought we didn't.
Yeah, because Trump, you so inconsistent. Was we on last week?
No, we were on the week before.
We was on the week before. So, I guess another one of your female guests that was supposed to be here. You know, you got all these females, but they never come through for you.
They come through in other ways, but shit happens. I mean,
they come through in other ways. They come through in other ways. Trump.
Hey, look, I'm seeing one person now, and that's how I'm gonna keep it.
Ooh,
come through in other ways.
Do tell.
Do tell.
No, we're not getting that.
You see it?
Maybe the next show. Maybe the next show.
Maybe you should have her on.
For what?
Because I want to have a conversation with her.
You don't have no. I should do it. I ain't got nothing to hide.
You know, I'm gonna get the best out of it. So you better warn her before you have our ass on.
But I keep my shit private. I don't put shit on social media.
That's the best thing to do, man. Because people see you and they just like me. I'm a complete asshole on social media. So
put my funny ass shit.
My ass apart.
Yeah, funny shit and just stupid shit. That's what I like to do, man. I just like to, but all that other shit that people be posting every 5 minutes at work and motherfuckers go out to eat. They post every fucking meal they have. And I'm like, nigga, is this your first job?
Like, nobody is that. I'm not that interested. I'm not that interested in your life. I don't think nobody's really interested in your life like that. So I don't really put my shit. I put shit that might be funny out there, but nobody wants to see me working out or what meals I cook or when I clip my toenails. I don't want to see that shit. Because I don't want to see it.
Everybody is so phony with social media because everybody's only going to post the good shit.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to post the fucked up shit.
That's why I post when I'm sitting in like Walmart taking the shit. I will post that picture. I will post my feet in the stall. I take a picture of the man in the stall next to me. I post shit like that. Like, if you're really that interested in my life, I'm going to give you all.
What the fuck is going on?
Right. All of it.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, look, man.
Trump, when I'm getting my show back, motherfucker.
I'm glad you said something. I meant to say this at the beginning of the show, but I forgot.
Right.
We are not at the studio we were before, as of the end of August.
What? Y'all leaving again?
Well, that was never ours. We were sharing with another station, which was kind of hindering both stations. Really, it was hindering them from bringing on some of their shows.
Yeah, that was bad.
Me from bringing on some of my shows, and I just got, it was just got too stressful. So, and the only reason I did it, to be honest with you, is because the shows have been waiting since December to get back on. And hindsight is 2020. If I'd have known better, I'd be like, look, I'm not coming back until we get our own shit. Period. That's what I should have done. But a lot of motherfuckers don't realize that. And they get frustrated, but not knowing, well, damn, this motherfucker did come back to bring us back when I shouldn't have. I should have waited. So I have a couple of meetings tomorrow with a couple of locations for a couple of studios. I have one that's a very, very good prospect.
I'm not trying to go back to law.
In Greenbelt. Shit. And to be honest with you, a lot of the good deals in the good places, unless you have deep pockets or you have 3 or 4 partners, are out away from the DC area. Yeah. Like over there where we were, you're going to get either a fucked up place for cheap, or you're going to get a real good place that's going to cost you a fortune. And I don't have partners, and I don't have I'm not bankrolling like that. So we have to get something that's,
You got a drink budget. You got to buy hoes drinks.
Right. No, I got to buy myself drink. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the hoes. I get them what's left over.
Cop to that. You see how he copped to that, Brian?
Yeah.
Cop to that real quick. He had to catch himself.
So we got some good prospects. And then if all comes to fail, we got another good one out in Suitland with the guy that we got to work some things out as far as Saturdays are concerned. But we'll be up and rolling. I'm pretty confident. I'm about 90% confident by October 1st. Okay. And this time we don't have to answer to anybody. We don't have to, it's us. It's just us. So that was the whole thing.
I really want to go back to that sweat box anyway. Shit.
Well, we were in a different part. We've been out of the part you came to.
Okay, that's horrible.
Yeah, and a lot of people didn't like it. We didn't like it, but we dealt with it. But now, shit's gonna be different.
I like the energy that I had in the old studio.
Everybody did, and that's what I'm looking for. And this place I'm going tomorrow, from what I've shown, what I've seen, and the pictures that I've been sent, is pretty much this. It's almost the same size.
What's gonna happen is you get the spot, and then you get some paint. We have a paint party. We're going to paint that shit the same color as the old studio because that light, dingy ass, goddamn prison wall gray, was not working for me and my energy and my feng shui. It wasn't. I need to get I need to get back to like I was with the old table with the professional mics.
Oh, that's coming back.
I couldn't do that shit.
That's coming back. Trust me, I still got all my equipment. I'm going to get the same table again. We got new chairs. Shout out to Mike and Chip Chat. We got 4 new chairs similar to what we had.
I still want my Monday night. That's that bullshit.
That ain't that bullshit, man. We
gonna talk, man, because
we gonna talk.
That's a gay dude. He didn't jump ship on you. You know, he took his show elsewhere.
Who you talking about?
The morning dude, the screaming.
Oh, please.
Butt pirate, the doodle chaser.
He well,
meat eater.
That is what
sausage taster.
This nigga right here. And this nigga that slipped up twice tonight. The next show he might be tuning in after here. I'm not you slipped in, but look, that's it. We've been on here long enough. This is just like a damn hour and a half show.
Yeah, I really don't like you motherfuckers. I don't know why I even put up with y'all motherfucking pussy ass niggas. I swear to God.
I don't know either.
Okay, so hold on, Trump. Before we go,
gotta
work on getting this nigga a date.
Oh Lord.
So what?
We gotta work on getting him a date. So this is what we gonna do. Once we get offline, we gonna work on like an Instagram campaign. Find a date.
Oh Jesus.
And then we're going to send him on a date. We're going to buy some Groupons. Because we ain't sending him no way expensive.
I got my own
Groupon. We're going to do like the dating game. And he's going to come back with his little date. And then they're going to tell us.
Love connection, you mean?
About love connection. Yeah, that was like.
When you bring your date on the show, y'all have to be together when you're on.
Can't believe that.
Who, me? No.
She don't have to be on just as long as she's on the show.
No, she's on the show because if she's together, she might not say everything she want to say because she might be afraid.
You don't want to hurt your feelings because we know the date gonna go bad. She gonna tell us how bad the date was. She gonna say he didn't shave. He
pulled out the chair for me 8 times.
Nose hairs hanging out his nose.
Time I came in, he opened the car door for me. He pulled out my chair. He took my jacket off. He was such a gentleman. I hate gentlemen.
Car smelled like Newports and butts. Like he didn't fart and
I don't smoke.
These cloth seats.
She gonna see that bed. She gonna wonder where that bed came from, hanging down from your chin. She gonna like, okay, he must be doing something. So,
and then what we gonna do is we gonna get old girl. Where's she at, in Portland or Seattle or
Portland? She's busy.
And we gonna let her know what she missed.
She's busy. How do you know she missed it?
Oh, she missed. She gonna miss out.
Because the girl is gonna talk about how much she gonna talk about how great Brian was.
She's got her own thing going on. So
hey, y'all have a kiss, man.
Look, Trump, we already gonna choose a hood rat. We gonna sit him on a date with a straight up hood rat.
I can see Brian now. She went, damn it, she was a piece of shit.
She didn't even know how to cut her steak. Put that steak up and bet it.
All right, well, we gonna have to set that shit up then.
Oh Lord,
I don't think we need to do no campaign. Just you got any single friends?
I know plenty single women to go out on the date.
I'm talking about young, around our age, not your age.
Oh no, we ain't sending them on nobody like that. That would just ruin the whole motherfucking thing.
Okay.
Ain't no old motherfucker gonna participate in some shit like that. She gonna really want to know that because you know her pussy is about to expire, so she got to get locked down. We don't want to present nobody that got a little. You know, we want a woman with a whole lot of hope and a whole lot of, you know, she knows she got chance, she got time, so she ain't in no rush. You get them an old motherfucker, then she gonna be like, look, nigga, what's your 401k? What is it looking like? You ain't got no kids?
Yeah.
Is anybody staying with you? Can I move in with you? Well, no, we don't want to put that kind of pressure on Brian. So
we'll do that.
We're gonna get him a young hood rat.
Oh, I got one. What happened to the chick that was on your show the second time? Remember?
Which one?
One that was on your show the second time with the Maxima and was trying to sell me the car.
That was a BMW, fool.
Whatever the fuck. Car. What happened? What about her?
She's hood radish.
I'm still here, folks. I'm just checking the phone.
She's hood radish, but I don't think that's a good look because she's in the tight spot right now, and she's always trying to scam and hustle. So I don't think. We should try to get him on a date with Kissy. What? Yeah. That's his hood hits.
I don't see Kissy as hood. Or maybe, well, you know her better than me.
Yeah, she's a hood rat. You remember what she told us about her boyfriend?
Oh, yeah.
You got that?
Really? She's cool with me. I mean, I don't talk to her every day, but I never had an issue.
How do you... Look, okay, for anybody that's watching, we going over, but I'm going to say this because you got to have the context of how do you suspect your boyfriend might be on the down low?
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
How do you just only suspect it when every time you give him a blowjob, he wants you to stick the second knuckle all the way up
I just want to make sure he's not the person I think I know, Brian, who like shit stuck up his ass. It's not him, is it?
I don't know if it's him, but I know. Remember we went out that day and she was like asking.
Yeah. And
I'm like, what you mean you suspect he gay? He gay his shit. He want the whole second all the way up to the third knuckle up his ass.
Oh, God.
Third knuckle.
Jesus H.
Every time? Anyway.
We got
to. Do you like your fingers? Do you like... No, I don't need to know that type of shit.
Oh, my God.
That would be a perfect matchup.
Oh, gosh. Are we done? Are we really done now?
We are done.
To a date this week. We're going to work on it, all right?
We're going to work on that, but we're not doing it.
You work on that.
All right, y'all. We'll see y'all when we see.
Oh, yeah. My birthday is Thursday.
Happy birthday. What are you doing? Where y'all going to be at the... what's that place that all the old people go to? What's the name of that joint? That's where you partying at? What's the name of that club?
You just make sure that you know where your girl at that night.
Well, look, she won't be at the old people club. What's the
if she come back smell like some British Sterling, you know I hit.
Cadillac or something.
Oh, and my birthday is on September 10th.
Nobody asks. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a fuck.
You know, I still won't be as old as TJ, but you know, I'll be getting up there. So, all right, y'all. Peace.